If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. It's free. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you, so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum amount of listeners. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. All you have to do is download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Again, that's ANCHOR.FM to get started.
Hello, welcome to the Hoodrat2Harvard podcast, season 2, episode 5. I'm going to title this episode, Mental Illness is Real. When I tell you that I grew up with stories about my mother's father, my grandfather, being mentally ill, abusing my grandmother, shooting her on several occasions. She survived all. Burning down their house while they were in it. He just was a black male during a time where um, they weren't even diagnosed, much less properly diagnosed. However, fast forward to 2022, I'm in my office working late, trying to get ready and prepare for cases for tomorrow. And all hell just breaks loose in my world because not only am I getting contacted by relatives who are having manic episodes, I'm also being contacted by people who I pay to perform a service for me, reaching out to me for advice on their family members going through episodes. I'm not sure what is happening in the world right now as far as um, just the level of people not being able to cope with their everyday lives and what's taking place. In full disclosure, I battle with my own mental health issues, specifically anxiety and depression. I just developed anxiety during the pandemic. However, I was reading something yesterday about social anxiety, and I do have that. I believe I'm self-diagnosing myself. Went to nobody's medical school, but when I get in social settings, I really don't want to be there. I try my best to put on a good front to do what I'm supposed to do, but I really don't. I prefer to be in my house. I prefer to be away from others. I like to go out to get what I need to get, and I like to go back home. Um, I just I don't feel a need to socialize and be around people when I don't have to. And I know that's a lot of people are just the opposite of me, and I see that. But I just don't. I just don't want to be bothered. Um, but I am sitting here. I've had a rough week, very rough week, dealing with the state bar, dealing with clients, dealing with other attorneys that are going through issues, and I'm trying to assist. I'm just I'm mentally exhausted and tired. And the funniest thing that happened to me this I guess this is well so far in the last 7 days. One of my besties texted me this morning, Happy Easter. She just texted me a Happy Easter post text message. And I responded back to her, I don't really celebrate that anymore, but happy Passover. And she responds back, well, I don't really celebrate that anymore either. And I had told her I love you. I said, I don't really celebrate that anymore, but I love you. And she goes, and I don't really celebrate Passover anymore either, but I love you too. And that was so funny to me. Because we don't really talk, but it's like if once we click up with each other, it's like we never stop talking. I don't know. That's just how I am with my friends. Um, I don't know. I am so mentally exhausted. I here's my thing. If you are battling day-to-day issues and you are unable to cope and you have moments of clarity, you need to go see a therapist. You need to get you a therapist. And I don't want to hear about where's the money coming from, because you can't not you what you can't do is you can't afford not to go get therapy, because what happens when you don't get it is that you're going to spiral out. And then somebody's going to put you on medication, and then your life is going to be permanently altered from here on out. And I don't think people take that into consideration, that that's a real thing. Um, some people, I think I've said this in the previous podcast, is that we walk a fine line every day of sane versus insane, for yeah, sanity versus insanity. And some people don't even know that they have fell on the other side until it's too late. They don't even know they're over there because they think that it's normal and it's not. Um, when you have a misguided perception of reality, so let's say you you get up every day, you make a bowl of oatmeal, and you listen to um, some podcasts or whatever you do. You have this daily routine that you do, and then and you're supposed to do other things on top of that. But instead of doing those things, you go and sit and start social searching on social media, and find yourself that you went down a rabbit hole for 3 hours when you're really supposed to be doing something else. Um, that's one of the signs that things are not going right for you. Um, whether it's something small or it's something stacked up. Maybe you've done that 5 times during the week and you've lost 3 hours for 5 times. So you've lost 15 hours out of your week doing mindless activities when you know you were supposed to be doing something productive. And what happens is that just leads to the next week you do the same thing, and then you do the same thing, and it just grows and grows and grows to the point where you're not handling any of your business properly. And now you've reached a point where someone has to step in. And when someone has to step in, you're not going to like it. So that's why I encourage everyone to value their mental health and take it seriously, because it is serious. It is a serious thing to want to be better mentally. I know from personal experience that this people are saying this pandemic over is over. It absolutely is not. It is absolutely not over. I just got a call from someone who is battling. They're in their third bout of COVID, and this is the hardest one to date. I didn't know they had 2 previous bouts. What the fuck? Oh my god! And people just like, oh, this is we're going back to how it was. No, the fuck, we're not going back to how it was. Everybody wants it to go to back to how it was, but it's not. And this person telling me this affected my workload. So now I got to do stuff for them. Now I got to take on extra work because they're sick. And people don't even talk about, once you get COVID, a lot of people are having the COVID after effects that are affecting their daily lives. The inability to smell, the inability to think clearly, um, not gather your thoughts properly, the debilitating abilities to not your joints hurting constantly, skin can't be touched. I mean, it just runs the gamut. And people want to tell you that we're done with the pandemic. Get the fuck on. You have lost your mind if you, oh my gosh. So I'm dealing with all of that mental illness in my family, mental illness from potential people, from people that I know and their families. And I'm battling my own fucking mental health. Goddamn. I'm not finna spiral or have an episode, but I am mentally exhausted, bruh. I am so exhausted. I think I've said this on previous podcasts. I just want to go to fucking Mexico and rent a house and with a pool and a chef and stay for a week. That's all I want. I am tired, yo. I am so tired. And it's like every day is something. Every day is something. Oh my gosh. Today I was supposed to go purchase some baby items, supposed to mail off my nephew's stuff that's been sitting in my car for a month now. I have to mail his stuff off. I am being a horrible aunt right now. Oh my gosh, my baby. Oh my gosh. I got to get that taken care of. Then I had to go take my daughter to get some track shoes. Her foot is humongous. We can't find any shoes. Stores are closed because it's Easter. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you have got to be kidding me with this. I'm just like, money just, you might as well just take the money and just throw it out the window, as much money as I'm spending on these kids for every activity under the sun, from driver's training to somebody needs some shoes. Summer's coming. We got to do that. Now I got to buy them summer clothes. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is so, yeah. And work on top of that. Then my daughter comes in. Are you going to be going to your La's games, to her track meets and this and that? Why do you care? Why are you coming at me with this? I just got up. The fuck? Can I just breathe and wash my tail? Oh my God. Then I got court in the morning in person. Why? Why? Why do you want to see me in person? I'm still wearing a mask. I'm still spraying you motherfuckers. I'm still doing the same stuff. I don't want to die, bitch. I don't want to die. I don't want to feel like my chest caving in. I don't want to look like I'm the walking dead. I don't want any of that. I don't. I've had a hard life. I'm not finna put COVID on top of it. The fuck? There's no reason for me to come in for a court call and you don't even have a specific date. Specific time for me to appear. We just gonna be in there at your whim. Last time I went, I was there for fucking 3 hours for no reason. That was for her to. I'm so tired, bruh. I'm so tired. I am. Then I was sitting here. It's almost midnight. I'm almost done with getting these cases prepped. I got four cases I had to prep for tomorrow. I had to let go of my assistant, in-office assistant. I'm looking for a new one. I just need some assistance with getting this office together because I'm like my own paralegal right now. It's a lot. It is so much. And then my whole thing is this. I'm sick of people being delusional with their reality. Let's talk about it. That's why I say mental health is real. Being delusional with your reality. If the reality is this, if you cannot afford to live a certain place, then you need to mentally let that shit go. I would like to live shit on I don't know where the fuck I like to live. However, it's not here in Michigan, that's for damn sure. Because I don't like being cold. But I don't understand why reality you know what? That's why mental illness is what it is, because it lacks rationale. If you can't afford to live where you want to live, then let it the fuck go. Simple as that. You better make the best of your surroundings, period. Because this is it. Or you step your goddamn pussy up and you start making the money that it takes to live where it is that you want to live. Simple as that. Or you make choices in life to have certain things because that's where you want to stay, right? Oh my gosh, it's so fucking irritating to me. It's so goddamn irritating. I'm just having this is I labeled this, what did I call this episode? Um Mental illness is real. I shouldn't label it mental illness is real and I'm ranting about it because that's what the fuck I'm doing. I'm ranting about it. I sure am. And then I wonder, what the fuck would y'all do if I'm not here? Would you commit suicide? Is that where we're going with it? Because I don't understand. I'm not a fucking therapist. I got my own shit. I'm not a therapist, yo. Oh my gosh. This is my therapy. Shit. I couldn't even afford my own therapist because I had to pay for somebody else's. Had to pay for somebody else's, meaning 4 other people. I had to pay for 4 other people to be in therapy, and I couldn't afford my own goddamn therapy. Then you motherfuckers want to come in and put your bullshit on me? Oh my God. I don't have a therapist anymore because I had to pay for yours. The fuck? Oh, I'm mentally exhausted. And I would love to find me a good therapist. I really would. God bless the one I had. It just wasn't a good fit for what I needed it for. Um, I don't need anybody to be shocked at anything that I say out of my mouth because my life is my truth. So you shouldn't be shocked at anything that I say out of my mouth. And if you've never heard it, you shouldn't show me that you've never heard it. Take your fucking notes. Go research after I'm done with my session and figure some shit out. But don't you ever look in shock when something comes out of my mouth. Because now I'm looking at you crazy. So not that you haven't experienced anything, you haven't even heard of this. You went to school, nowhere in the textbooks that this happened to anybody. You think I'm believing that I'm the only one this shit happened to? Get the fuck on. I am not. Oh my gosh. It's a roller coaster of bullshit. That's what I'm on right now. A roller coaster of bullshit. That should be a new rap song. Get on the roller coaster of bullshit. Forget roller coaster of love. It's the roller coaster of goddamn bullshit, bitch. I am so mentally exhausted with people. I really, really am. People be straight putting their trash on you for no goddamn reason. Just because they can. Just because they can. But to avoid episodes, you guys got to take care of your mental health. Just like you go to the doctor to get your pills for your diabetes, your cholesterol, your high blood pressure, your gout, whatever it is you feel like you got to schedule an appointment, your teeth cleaning, all those good things are a priority to you. Your fucking brain, bitch, better be a priority to you too. Your brain and how it's functioning and how it's malfunctioning better be a priority to you too. You need to go get a tune up on that too. When you go get your oil change, go get your brain somebody to talk to. Cause I don't know what's happening in the world right now. But it's like everybody's going through it, but everybody's acting like they're not going through it. I ain't gonna say everybody, I'm overgeneralizing, but you get what I'm saying. People are acting like they're okay when in fact they're not okay. And it's okay to not be okay, you know? Quit faking and shit. I think people put on fronts and airs because I don't know. I guess that goes to pride. I don't know. But god damn. God damn it. We're in a whole goddamn pandemic, bitch. A whole goddamn pandemic. Oh, I'm tired. I just want a break. I really do. I just want a mental break. It seems like I don't. It's like not a year has gone by that somebody hasn't died in my family, and I don't know if this is like the. I was sitting there thinking the other day about my mortality, and man, it's like the older you get, the more they start dropping, baby, or the more you start noticing. I don't know. It's like you're. I don't know. I don't know what I thought, but I just I don't know. It's one thing to know that you're going to die, and then you have a class of peers, and when they start dying, you're like, whoa. So I can die too. Like, hmm that whole ooh, it just hit me right now in my chest. That shit hurt. Dying, ooh, baby, this shit is real. I'm glad I got my estate in order, cause baby, is some things are inevitable, and one of those is death. And I got to get my taxes done because that's the other one. Taxes. I had my taxes done for 2020 and 2021. Shit, I got a kid going to college and I got to get this shit in order. I got to do my taxes, got to do my husband's taxes. I am mentally just tapped. I wish I could tap out. I wish I could. It's like everything just hit you all at once. Everything just, oh. Then you have uncooperative clients, don't want to comply, don't want to. And I understand we all going through it, but it's easier to have a conversation than to have an argument. Just tell me so that I know. God damn. If something is happening that you need some assistance with, that you need some guidance on something. This is crazy town. Absolutely crazy. I don't know. Make your mental health, addressing your mental health a priority, because it's real. I was sitting over my daughter's house the other day and hearing about my cousin, how like, people need to realize when someone is diagnosed with a actual mental illness and they are on medication for it, it is in your best interest to be the utmost kindest with your words, because anything that's not kind could actually trigger them into an episode or get them to spiraling. And just because you want to say it doesn't mean it needs to be said. That's a tip. That's some advice right there that you can take with you, bitch. Just because you want to say it don't mean it need to be said. And I'm gonna end it right there. Just because you want to say it don't mean it need to be said. Take that shit and fly, bitch. I just gave you your wings. Make yourself a priority, because mental health is real. And don't let the problems of others cloud you and overcome you, because you are no good to anyone else if you have not taken care of yourself first. Simple as that. Thank you for listening to the Hoodrat2Harvard podcast. We're on all platforms. If you enjoy this, please rate and comment, do a review. We're on all platforms. We also have social media, which is on TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, um, and we're on all platforms, including Spotify, Apple, Google, Anchor, and Apple Podcasts. So give us a ring. I just got noticed that my podcast, when I do a weekly and keep it up to date weekly podcast on time, I jump into the top 120 of podcasts in my field. That's amazing. I just started this last year, a year before that, one of these years, one of them. I ain't been in big. I haven't done this for that long for me to be that. The world is vast, bitch. And for me to get a notice that I'm in 100, I'm in the top 120. Hello, I might be 120, but I'm gonna say top 120 and hold it. That's only if I keep doing my weekly podcast, and if you keep listening and sharing and telling others about it. I appreciate it. I really, really do. And this is the attorney Chandrika Simmons, also known as the Law Chick, and we thank you for listening. Thank you. Now that you know how I feel about you,